This is me, is Queen Haru, and thank you for joining me for another wonderful edition of Ask an Aquarius. If you haven't already, please hit the red subscribe button and smack the bell. So, a woman asked me the other day, she said, why does love, when you're in love with someone, sometimes turn into hate? And she said, she's seen this situation in her own life and other people's lives. They'll be in love with somebody, and then next thing you know, they're at each other's throats. So you have two things going on here. First of all, the question is, did they love the person in the first place? Because a lot of people mistake other emotions for love, such as lust, such as obsession, things along those lines. If you have an obsession or lust with somebody, that can turn into anything because it's not real love. You see, it's either sexually based or obsession based on what's going on in your own mind. It's not really a pure love for the other person. Love, real love, is the most powerful magic in the world. And once you truly love someone, you will always love them, even if you don't roll with them. Don't talk to them. Don't call them. Don't be around them. Stay away from them. Even if you do all of those things, the love for them oftentimes is still underneath the surface. If it's real, it's still there in some form or fashion. You may not indulge, you may not indulge in it, but that love is still there. So my first question is always, was it real love? A lot of people mistake infatuation, and a whole bunch of other things for love, and that's not love. That's just whatever that thing is. Love has to do with unconditionally caring for another person. Now, whether or not you will continue to be in that person's life is a different story, but the feeling itself is pure. So that feeling never goes anywhere. Even if you identify that they're toxic for you and have to get away from them, the love will still be there. So that's the first thing. A lot of people mistake it, and it wasn't love in the first place. If you knew somebody for a very short amount of time, a lot of times it's not love. A lot of times it's one of those other ones. Some people have been known to have love at first sight. I would never negate that. But in most cases, it's not love. And in most cases, that's what trips people up. The other question is that did you start to hate them, or is there just an aversion? Because I don't think that love turns into hatred. I think it just goes under the surface and other more pressing emotions come up. So for example, I love Voldemort, loved Voldemort to death, but Voldemort was a creep. So the aversion to him became stronger than the love. You see? So I don't think that the love, will ever go anywhere. It's just the aversion to him and the need to protect myself from him became stronger than the love for him. So the emotion is still there. It's just that the other emotions take over. Sometimes you have to do that. Self-preservation is key. So if you love somebody who is not good for you, or if you love somebody who's not loving you back in a way that's positive, then you have to get away from them. You see? So getting away from somebody or not dealing with somebody, that doesn't mean that you don't love them. I don't think that the love turns into hate. Like I said before, the other emotions just override it. Because it's more important. It's more important to protect yourself. It's more important for you to get the hell away from them. That's what the aversion is. The aversion is repelling you back from someone who's dangerous. You see? Someone who's dangerous to be around you, someone who's dangerous for your spirit. You've learned from that situation whatever you need to learn, and it's time to move on. You see? So that's the thing about it. I don't think it turns into hate. I think it's just overshadowed by other emotions if the emotion was real in the first place. Think about somebody that you truly, truly love, and think about how you feel about them. Just get in touch with the feeling inside of your body. You could think about a family member. You could think about your mother. Somebody that you truly, truly love. When you get in tune with that feeling, no matter what they do, that feeling will still be inside of your emotional self. The question is, will they also invoke other feelings in you? Because you can invoke different kind of feelings simultaneously. You know, that's why they always talk about people that you love to hate, because they invoke in you the feelings of aversion and the feelings of fascination at the same time. And depending upon which feeling is the strongest one, is the one that most of us are going to go with. So, a long time ago, Bram Stoker redid Dracula, and this must have been like 20 years ago now, and the line was "True love never dies," and that's a true statement. If you truly love someone, that energy will always be there, but their actions can cause it to be overran with more powerful emotions. And a lot of times when that happens, it's to save you from the situation. So don't think that your love has necessarily turned into hate. Just know that you probably need to flee this person so the other feelings have overrode the love. The love will always be there. You'll always, want them to be okay. You'll always, may even pray for them or feel. It depends on the relationship, because some people you can love from afar. You can pray for them from afar, you can care about them from afar, and some people you just have to put totally out of your mind because they are that toxic. That's what I had to do with Voldemort. Voldemort is so toxic that I can't care. I can't allow myself to care, because that energy will draw me back, and keep me stuck. You can't be stuck in that, and I can't be. And if you want to be, you can be, but I can't be stuck in anybody's energy, especially when they're toxic. So that love, I believe, will always be there, because if it's real, it's there. But it's not something that I will allow myself to put myself in jeopardy. If your love for someone puts you in jeopardy, then that's a love that's too expensive for you to afford. Okay, so that's the answer to your question. Thank you for your question. If you know somebody that's in this situation and they're wondering how they all of a sudden hate somebody they just loved 15 minutes ago, send them this video and see, was it really love in the first place? Likewise, please give it a thumbs up if you like this video. I'll leave my PayPal in case you would like to send a love donation. I will leave my email in case you want to ask me a question or sign up for an oracle or tarot reading. And I will leave my Facebook and my Instagram in case you would like to hit me up on social media. And I think that's it. Yeah, it is. Happy Friday.